It looked like Adam Silver has found himself in some serious hot water over the management of the WNBA. And is they faking ratings? I don't know, but we finna talk about it.
Adam Silver, the most powerful man in basketball, thought he was putting out a fire. Instead, he dropped a bomb that might have just exposed a shocking truth, powerful enough to bring down the WNBA's entire leadership. His attempt to calm a growing storm backfired spectacularly, and now he's facing a nightmare of his own making, all because he underestimated the chaos surrounding one player, Caitlin Clark. This changes everything for the league's future.
Adam Silver himself has chimed in and addressed the situation directly, saying, Cathy Engelbert has presided over historic growth in the league, but there's no question that there's issues that we need to address with our players, not just economic, there's relationship issues as well. I'm confident we can fix those over time, and this league can continue to be on the rocket trajectory that it's.
It all started with what was supposed to be a calm, safe PR interview on NBC. Silver sat down to talk about growth, leadership, and the bright future of basketball. But the moment he started addressing the WNBA, the mask slipped. He praised the league's success, but then uttered the two words that lit the fuse: relationship issues. It wasn't just a casual comment, it was a stunning admission that the league is completely broken from the inside, confirming every fan's and player's worst fears.
I would love for Adam, since we're a brother-sister league, to go to some of the CBA negotiations, sit in the room, hear what the women have to say, hear some of their concerns, and let's go from there. Let's build something.
I'm here to tell you that NBA leadership is very much abreast on what's happening in these CBA negotiations. She's not the only decision maker who is denying.
This confession couldn't have come at a worse time. The WNBA is already a league at war with itself. Players are openly blasting Commissioner Cathy Engelbert on national television. A vicious debate rages over officiating and the treatment of Caitlin Clark. And now, the head of the entire NBA steps in and validates all of it, confirming the chaos is not just real, but personal. He wasn't calming the storm, he was telling the world the ship is sinking.
What was interesting was the amount of players that came to the defense of Fee and the crickets that came to the defense of Cathy for me.
I mean, this is an important part. Like, this is an important time with the CBA negotiations. Like, the players, when you look at leagues around the world, like, it is about caring for your athletes, caring for the players. And that's just not the feelings right now. And I think everyone is kind of just, they rallied around Fee because, one, that was a powerful statement to make. And obviously it puts pressure on Cathy and put pressure on the leadership. But I mean, it was a lot. It was a
In the world of corporate politics, what Silver did next was brutal. By calling the current situation unfortunate, he subtly threw his own WNBA commissioner, Cathy Engelbert, directly under the bus. That's billionaire speak for she's failing. And I know it. It was a public vote of no confidence, a clear signal that Engelbert's time might be running out. He was supposed to be her boss and her biggest defender, but he sounded more like a guy preparing to make a big change.
It is very personal because the WNBA wants to forbid us to make a lot of more money than we're ever going to make here, what it seems like in other leagues. So it's very personal. People have families. This is our job. We make more money in China, Russia, Turkey than here. So it is very personal, and I don't think why it shouldn't become personal.
How much is...
The true scale of the problem lies in the corporate bubble. When Silver spoke of relationship issues, he was talking about an executive team so isolated from the players that they viewed internal drama as an unfortunate inconvenience, not a catastrophic failure. Imagine your boss acknowledging your workplace as a disaster, but phrasing it like a minor disagreement. It tells you the people at the top are completely tone deaf, more concerned with buzzwords and optics than fixing the fundamental distrust that runs through the locker room.
What was interesting was the amount of players that came to the defense of Fee and the crickets that came to the defense of Cathy for me. Adam Silver is Cathy's boss, and he is the commissioner of the NBA. I signed a deal with Amazon to broadcast for Amazon. I got a text from Adam Silver saying congratulations. I had my third child. I got a text from Adam Silver about my third child. Now, whether this is Adam or his assistant, somebody from the league office is reaching out to me. I got a baby gift for my third child. I get a Christmas gift from Adam Silver every year. I retired. Adam Silver sent me a text message that basically congratulated me on my career and how much I've done for the women's game, and he looked forward to how much I'm gonna do from the sideline. I have not heard from Kathy. I saw Kathy in Phoenix after I had been retired for 4 months at Phoenix All-Star Game, and she said congratulations in person. And that was the only time. And so you've heard other players, Sabrina Ionescu alluded to this, I have a better relationship with Adam Silver than I do Kathy. My 2 jersey retirements, there was no Kathy.
Yeah.
So I think that Adam Silver understands the process. I don't know if he understood that Kathy was not doing that either.
But the real bombshell was tied to the league's numbers. Silver proudly boasted that the WNBA was on a rocket trajectory, yet just as those words left his mouth, a shocking report surfaced about the finals ratings. It turned out the league's record-breaking viewership wasn't a miracle. It was a lie, built on a foundation of creative accounting that had fans and analysts crying foul. And what happened next would point to a massive cover-up. The conspiracy exploded online when people discovered how the numbers were cooked. Nielsen, the company that measures viewership, had just started including out-of-home viewing TVs in bars, airports, and hotels for the 2025 ratings. This conveniently made the numbers look historic, even though they were being compared to previous years that didn't have this advantage. Fans immediately saw it for what it was, a desperate attempt to prove the league could thrive without Caitlin Clark, whose season was already over due to injury. While the league was busy spinning its numbers, the players were preparing for war. Phoenix Mercury star Sophie Cunningham dropped a major hint about a future lockout, saying players wouldn't show up until they got the respect and compensation they deserve. Others took to social media with cryptic posts about being ignored by leadership. The message was clear. The players were done with the empty promises and PR spin. They were ready to burn it all down if they had to. The stakes are higher than just angry tweets. The looming disaster is the 2026 collective bargaining agreement negotiations. Cunningham's warning about a potential lockout isn't just player frustration, it's an existential threat to the WNBA. If Silver couldn't smooth over basic relationship issues now, how can anyone trust the league to negotiate a deal that will avert the total cancellation of the next season? This is where the paper-thin trust between the league office and the athletes will officially snap. Just when it seemed the situation couldn't get any more toxic, a legend stepped forward with the story that exposed everything. On her podcast, Candace Parker, one of the most respected figures in basketball history, dropped a nuclear bomb. She revealed that Adam Silver personally texts her about her retirement, her broadcasting deals, and even the birth of her child. He sends her Christmas gifts, her own commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, a complete ghost. Then came the quote that broke the internet and shattered what was left of the WNBA's credibility. Parker looked into the camera and said it plainly, "I get more love from Adam Silver than my own commissioner." That one sentence confirmed that the problem wasn't just about money or bad policy. It was a stunning lack of basic human respect from the very person in charge of the Players League. It was personal and it was ugly. The fallout was instant and brutal. The second those clips from Silver and Parker hit social media, fans went into a frenzy. They weren't just angry, they were connecting the dots between the fake ratings, the player discontent, and the invisible commissioner. A narrative began to form online. The WNBA's leadership was not just incompetent, but actively deceiving its own fans and players. The fire Silver tried to put out was now a raging inferno. If the leadership is truly disconnected, it explains why the on-court product has been riddled with chaos. Fans are sick of the constant controversial officiating that defines every major WNBA matchup. The crisis of the whistleblowers is a direct symptom of the league's internal rot. How can you claim historic growth and rocket trajectories when the executives are too busy inflating viewing metrics to notice that the integrity of the game itself is compromised every week? After all the chaos, one truth became painfully clear. This was never just about Caitlin Clark. She was just the catalyst who brought so much money and attention to the league that its internal flaws could no longer be hidden. The real problem, the one Adam Silver accidentally exposed to the world, is a catastrophic failure of leadership. The people in charge are more obsessed with protecting their own jobs and spinning PR than they are with the health of the game. The ultimate tragedy is that Caitlin Clark is now the star, held hostage by this leadership crisis. Even injured, she remains the only reason many casual viewers tuned in, sold out arenas, and learned who Kathy Engelbert even was. The league uses her success to tout growth, while simultaneously trying to inflate numbers to prove they don't need her. She is forced to carry the entire brand on her back, while the league's top executives fight political battles behind closed doors, using her fame as a shield. The absurdity of the situation is staggering. You have NBA fans chiming in, saying Adam Silver has his hands full, dealing with LeBron versus Bronny drama, and the NBA refs running wild while the entire WNBA is burning. Silver's attempt at diplomacy was a massive miscalculation. By failing to mediate the tension between Engelbert and the players for too long, he assumed the problem would simply fix itself. He is now paying the price in unprecedented fan distrust. So what does Adam Silver actually regret? Not that the relationship issues exist, he already admitted that much. He regrets talking about it publicly and confirming every single conspiracy theory that had been bubbling online for months. He validated the feeling that the league office treats the women's game like a side project, focused solely on optics while the players feel unheard and disrespected. That diplomatic sentence about relationships was the most damaging statement Silver could have made. Silver's ultimate reckoning is fast approaching. The ghost of Kathy Engelbert must be dealt with. With Candace Parker's testimony proving the personal disconnect is irreconcilable, Silver has no path forward but to replace the commissioner. He can't claim growth and stability while his most respected players are openly questioning the humanity of the leader he hired. If Silver wants to save face, prevent a 2026 lockout, and restore any measure of trust, he must step in now, remove Engelbert, and prove that the NBA cares about fixing the WNBA, not just talking about it.